And I have a very special guest joining us all the way from Kenya. This is Let's Talk Tech on the Tradepass podcast. Different guests from all across the world. This time around, thanks to, WFIS World Financial Innovation Series happening on the 24th and 25th of May at the Kenyatta International Convention Center, Nairobi, Kenya. We're going all the way to Kenya, saying hello to Janet Dali, Head Partnerships, Ecosystems, and Strategic Alliances at Diamond Trust Bank. Janet Dali, thanks so much for joining us. Good day. Hi.
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much.
This is very cool because, my name is Jane and yours is Janet. And of course, you've got a Dali as well. So, yeah, I like your bright smile. I love the fact that, you have that big, bright smile today. What's the reason for the smile? Had a good breakfast? Had a good lunch?
Well, I've had a good week. The entire team is planning for a certain launch we are having sometime in May. So, yeah, we've had some good openings this week. So I'm excited. I'm closing the week on a high with this particular interview. So, yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, it's always nice to be riding the high. So we're going to be there. How excited are you to be meeting your counterparts, the World Financial Innovation Series? Because financial innovation in Kenya is an time high. Is at an all-time high. How do you feel about it?
Oh, I'm super excited. In fact, I cannot wait for this particular series. And I'm looking forward to meeting different people. I'm looking forward to meeting founders. I'm looking forward to meeting people who've come up with solutions that, we can leverage on, we can work together. I'm just so excited to see where we're going. We've already had a good ride, and it doesn't look like it's stopping. So I'm definitely very excited to be in this age and time.
Well, it's great time to be alive. You are the head of partnerships, ecosystems, and strategic alliances at Diamond Trust Bank. And also, you've had a brilliant career up until now to get here. So if you describe your current job in one line and also the highest points of your career, what would they be, Janet?
Interesting. So basically, I don't know whether I can fit my role in one line, but I'll try. So basically, I always think of my role as a bridge because I basically bridge the gap between tech-enabled businesses and banking and financial solutions. So basically just sitting there to see how we can solution and how we can plug in whatever everyone is innovating and coming up with and plugging it into the financial, solutions, financial industry in the country, and also seeing what kind of problems can we solve for, even as we sit as a bank with partners out there in the market. So basically, in very few lines, that's what we do, and
love
I
it.
do on a day to day. Yeah,
On a day-to-day
thank you.
basis. I love it that you're
Yes.
constantly creating partnerships between you and people outside. But we've been talking to so many of your counterparts back home in Kenya, and at the heart of your role, innovations, digital transformation and strategy, open banking and e-commerce, finance and fintech solutions, digital transformation strategy, so many things that you are into: collections, payments, liabilities. But what is the most exciting part of your job? I mean, you have varied roles, you're wearing different hats. What's the one thing you love most about what you do?
Actually, the thing I love most is the innovation bit, the bit where you sit and solution. And it doesn't have to be from scratch. It's where you provide a solution to complete either an existing solution or to complete, a need that is there in the market or there with a partner. That is the one thing I love most because at my desk, I meet over 10 fintechs a week. And in these meetings, you see different things that they're doing and you see the different gaps that are there and how you come in quickly to say, okay, fine. How about you do this in this particular way? And then this is how we come in to supplement that. And it's just beautiful. And you see something grow from an idea into, a fully fledged solution in the market. That is the most exciting part about my job.
Well, innovations are always the heart of every business because you need to keep running with the flow and also keep innovating. But, with respect to building teams, considering you are meeting different fintechs outside, but you also need to create those partnerships to innovate inside at Diamond Trust Bank, for example, how do you build the perfect team for you to be functioning properly?
Jen, it's very interesting that you asked that because my entire team is new. My entire team has only been here less than 6 months. So, and that's what that entailed was actually fast looking at the right fit, people with the right, not necessarily just skill, it's actually attitude. And what for us, it was more around how flexible is someone to unlearn and quickly learn and relearn, and that is one of the things that we had to quickly try and incorporate in our, in our journey as we're trying to look for the right talent to come into this team. And basically, even as you get the right people, the other thing that has seen us help to come to this great team, and I'll tell you, my team is very great. Allow me to beat my own drum. Uh, the thing that has gotten us there is how we quickly cascaded our vision, what we want to achieve, how we want to achieve it, and included them in every step of the journey. So every time we would want to make a decision or we made a decision, would come back to the team and tell them, okay, fine, this is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. What do you guys think? And you'd be surprised how the team quickly comes in to give you ideas on how to build up onto that. And that has seen us give us, that has seen the team grow from where they came in from to where they are today. It's not the same team. And also the constant review of what we're supposed to achieve and where we are with them. Where are we? How do I help you get to where you're supposed to get to? What is it that you're missing? How do I come in to support that? How do you come in to support what it is that I'm missing? And that constant communication, constant inclusion of the team, trust me, it's made my team to be one of the best teams I've worked with personally, because they feel included. They feel we are part of this journey. If we fail, we are all failing. It's not, well, someone else holds the strategy. You fail by yourself. I get my salary. I get to do what I want to do. It's just, we basically are gelled together. Everyone understand the role, how the role they play fits into the grand scheme of things. And it's been that. And even right now, as we are going back to market to look for different people to come and supplement the team, because the team needs to grow to sort of like service and enable the kind of things we're currently doing for 2023. Other than, I'm not saying skill is not it. Skill is perfect. I mean, if you get the person with the right skill, it's perfect. But if that person has the right skill and has the right attitude, especially around learning, because technology is interesting. Today, you think you know something, and then tomorrow it's overturned and you have to think of a different way. So the right attitude to quickly unlearn what you know and implement the new way of doing things and quickly make it into something, something tangible. That is what we've been doing. That is what we've been leveraging on to make our team.
A good team
Yeah.
is about including them in decisions, and you said it's a very young team, but also in terms of Diamond Trust Bank's profit, you guys have grown over 54%. The group's asset base has crossed the half a trillion mark to close at really, really interesting number. Pre-tax profits are also good for the year end 31st December 2022. Increased dividend by 67%, and you're on course to expand East African branch footprint to 150 plus, in 2023. So overall, it's been a golden year for the bank. As somebody who heads partnerships, ecosystems, strategic alliances, and leads your own team, what do you think is responsible for this golden year, and how much bigger is it going to get for you guys?
So one of the most interesting things about DTB is the Exco team. We have the most involved Exco team I've seen in most banks. They are involved, they get and roll with the punches, they quickly make decisions to quickly fit into where the market is going. We have, our retail banking, our sales teams, they're headed by people who have been in the market. Our corporate team is headed by people who have been in this market for quite a while. And they're people who quickly understand what it is that needs to be done to change where the bank is going. So as much as you'd look at the bank as a big ship, they quickly understand what it is they need to send out of the ship to come in with the right results. And we have the best leadership, our MD, our COO, all these people. I would attribute the the success of last year of 2022 to the great leadership the bank has, because these are people who don't only sit at their offices and wait for results. They're actually in the mud with us to try and get things done and get things out there to give us the right support, whether it's resources, whether it's, go-to-market strategies, without any of them, I don't think I'd be here today, because they would be sitting there and telling me, no, you can't do that. But we have the best leadership in the market today. They understand technology. They understand where the market is going, even from a traditional banking perspective. They have all these things at their fingertips. And the best thing about it is they make the right decisions at the right time with the right information. Yeah. So that's what
That's
I'd
in-
attribute to the success.
That's insane. I mean, it's all about getting the right information, tweaking it to current context, forming the right partnerships, working with the right team, and looking at the right strategy. But the bank, your bank, Diamond Trust Bank, DTB, has over 130 years of legacy and diversity. And you have a pretty young team. You yourself are young and vivacious, and you of course operate in Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Burundi. How do you marry the history, legacy, and diversity of a company like yours with, say, operational excellence, cost containment, profitability? How do you do all of it? Because, there is the old school and then you are the new school. So, how do you bridge that gap?
Well, that, to tell you the truth, that is basically a gap that has to be bridged very slowly. It's not, you can't just turn it around, because then that you're going to lose very important insights in your turning it around very fast. So it's been a game of leveraging off the strengths of what the bank has been for the last 130 years. What is it that the bank has done in the best way possible? We've had good relationships with our customers, our corporates, our SMEs, how it is that the bank has done all these things. And then we figure out how do we then marry our strategy around digital transformation on top of that, by leveraging off of the good things that the bank has done and leveraging off of the mistakes. We've had moments, that were not maybe the best. And how do we then ensure that whatever that we are doing going forward, we are incorporating lessons learned? No one, even an individual, a corporate, any big company, no one does a full year without, deviating a bit from normal. So it does happen that there could be one or two mistakes. But for us, we don't look at mistakes as stops. We look at them as, okay, so that could have been done better, so let's do it better. So now that is what basically we are trying to do. We have, even in the journey of banking as a service, everything we have done with the entire banking team. We have worked with, our compliance, our risk, our control teams, our audit teams, and we've worked with them to see how best do we do this without necessarily repeating what has been, has been done badly, but instead leveraging what we've done in the best way. So in that way, we are able to then bring in digital to the traditional without necessarily breaking anything that is already working well.
That's fantastic. I mean, that's exactly how you innovate new practices, new policies, new strategies, and new technology. Considering this is Tech Talk on the Trade Pass podcast, Dali, tell us, how exactly do you make sure that digital mobile financial innovation happens for a very young urban Kenyan population that's also very open to using financial products? At least 82.9% of Kenya's adult population has access to at least one financial product. The government has the Kenya Vision 2030. So overall, the country is primed for it. But how do you use the best tech, AI, ML, Power BI, in making sure that you guys are way ahead of the curve?
So one of the biggest advantages, as I said, that we have a very young digital team, and they are at the forefront of looking at what kind of solutions that are required for the young people. So the young people in Kenya, as you've rightfully said, they're very tech savvy. They understand technology. They want to work with technology. They're easily influenced by technology. And if you're not playing with them in their space, you're not playing at all, right? So one of the things that we are working on is just to understand, how do you capture this market from an information perspective, right? You capture them from an information perspective. You grow with them as they grow. When they turn a year older, what is it that, what are those milestones that you're looking at? But at this time, you're looking at it from a product perspective. It is not necessarily from an conversational perspective. So if you're talking to university students, what is it that they're aspiring to be? So when we are fashioning, and interestingly, we are in the kitchen right now trying to fashion solutions for them. And as we are working on them, we are working with them. So we have focus groups, we have, ready teams that are ready to test with us as we ideate and as we put products to market. So this is the one thing that we learned, at least we learned that from our team. Every time we'd say, young people want this, they'd be like, who told you that? Have you asked them? And the one thing, it's funny, but the one thing about Gen Z is that they're very vocal about what they want, and they're very vocal about what they don't want. So when days when you'd come up with a solution to say, okay, fine, I'm coming up with an account for university students, and then you take it to market, those days are gone. If the university students are not seated with you to tell you they want that account, you're done for. So one of the things that we have understood about that market, and I won't even take credit for that, is because the team that is there has constantly been making it very obvious that, guys, you cannot build solutions for this market without understanding them and without them being on the table. If they're not included, they won't use your system, they won't use your product. So that's the interesting thing about the young population. They want solutions. They will use anything that is digital. If it is in their hand, they will use it. But the question that they've always posed to us, even as we interact with them, is, does it have to always be money? Does it always have to be about money? As youth, we have other problems and other needs that are not necessarily money oriented, but we'll get to money when we have the paying power. Right now, we don't, right? So how do you solve for us now so that you put us in preparedness for when we have the money and we need to spend it within your systems? So that's the thing. They're really willing to work with technology. They are within technology. They're all over social media. They're using all banking products that you want to put out there. They'll try them. The only thing is they want something that is fit for purpose for them, something that rolls with them as they grow.
Well, I guess you love to roll with it as it goes as well. It's been an absolute pleasure catching up with you on various facets of innovation, partnerships, ecosystems in a country that is the Silicon Savannah of Africa. That's why we're going to be there at the World Financial Innovation Series 24th and 25th May at the Kenyatta International Convention Center. Last question, Janet Dali, is, we've been hearing from your counterparts about how beautiful Kenya is. So when we're there in May, apart from the World Financial Innovation Series, where so many different people are going to come and talk about financial innovation and inclusion, what else can people check out? Top 3 things to do in Kenya while we're in your country. What would they be?
Well, that's a very interesting question. I'm very proud to be Kenyan because Kenya is a one size fits all. I mean, if you're a hiker, you come in, we have beautiful mountains. First of all, the people are the kindest. You would have very kind people talking to you, guiding you. You would never feel different. You'd never stand out like a sore thumb in Kenya. There's always someone willing to help. But the most interesting thing is the entire topography, the entire country, the people, when it comes to financials, in fact, when it comes to technology, we are at the forefront. When it comes to landscapes and what have you, within the country, we have the coast, we have the mountains, we have the desert, we have lakes. And I mean, it doesn't matter what you like as a human being, we have it. So it is indeed one of the best countries you can ever visit. You want to do charity, we have areas where you can come in and help. You want to come in and learn, we have the best schools in East Africa, in Africa. I mean, allow me to brag just a bit. I could. You want to go to school, you can come in and go to school. To be very honest, it's one, if you open minded and you want to just come in and check out, you're also welcome to come in and check out because there'll always be something for you. Always. That's Kenya for you.
Well, there's so much of joy, and I've been learning so many expressions. So, before we actually come into Kenya, how do you want to say welcome to everybody? I know it's Karibu Sana, I've learned that much, but you're going to teach us something new to everybody watching this podcast or listening to it to come and be part of World Financial Innovation Series 24th, 25th May in your country. How would you invite everybody, like with the joy and happiness that you possess, Janet Dali?
Oh my goodness. Can I do that in Swahili?
Yeah.
Oh well, karibuni sana. Kenya is a place to be. Hapa ndio you will get all your solutions, everything you want, whether it's fun, entertainment, it's technology, it's work, it's school, it's anything. Karibuni Kenya. And for the World Financial series that we're going to have, you are going to be amazed. The number of people coming, the caliber of people coming is enough to just take you from one stage to the next in your life, in your career, and even in your plans, you know. So karibuni sana, karibuni sana.
I love it. Karibu Nisara, World Financial Innovation Series, Janet Dali. Very special episode. This podcast has been so much of fun. Kenya is fast becoming a global hub for financial innovation. And in terms of DTB Bank's profits, where she works at, it's a very incredible number with pre-tax profits of 9.5 billion Kenyan shillings for the year. These guys have crossed the half a trillion mark to close at 527 billion Kenyan shillings. So huge numbers, lots of possibilities. Karibu sana. Thanks so much, Janet Dali. I look forward to seeing you in Kenya.
Thank you so much, Jen. I look forward to the event, and I look forward to meeting everyone so that they can experience our journey within digital transformation, our new brands, DTBX, Astra, and how as DTB we are quickly going to work with everyone who's within the technology space, and we are just excited to just be that bank of choice and the banking partner for fintechs and tech-enabled businesses. See you guys.